Okay, let's begin. So we would like to write like the masters of horror with the help of artificial intelligence, which I'm sure you've never heard of. It's fine. We'll try to use that today. Okay, so I need your help. I need everyone's help. So if you can just raise your hand if you would like to help me read the first part of the first chapter of it. Who would like to go first? Should I just point hands? You'll be the first. Help me out here, please.
A terror which would not end for another 28 years.
It ever?
Yeah, well, let me help you with that.
If
I
it,
don't know if this will
It
work.
ever did end
If ever you can.
because
if ever did end again, so far as I know or can tell, with a boat made from the shape of newspaper floating down a gutter, falling with rain.
What is a gutter? How would you say that in Spanish class? A gutter?
Like something in the
Yes, you're correct. And we would like to do that with every new word. We don't want to actually translate to Spanish unless it's necessary, but many times if you derive the meaning of a word by the context, you are going to be just fine. So the gutter is for the word flows when it's raining. Great. Would you like to continue, please?
yes,
Thank you.
the boat. Yes, you guys.
The boat?
The boat. Boat.
Bob.
Bob.
What do you think this means?
by
It goes like this. The boat is bobbing, okay? Bob,
The boat.
listed.
Listen.
What is listed?
Listen up.
Like when you're hurt and you're doing this, you're listening, okay? I want everyone to listen to this and pay attention because those words are important.
Right.
So the boat, Bob, listed, and
Right. Itself again.
again,
Dive
died
privately.
through treacherous.
Transfers. Whirlpool.
What is a whirlpool? It's not a washing machine. What is a whirlpool? Whirlpool? Yes, that's correct. That's a whirlpool. That's correct. Did you all get the meaning of that? This is a whirlpool. Okay. Whirlpools,
And continued on its way down
Wincham Street,
Wickham Street towards the traffic light, which marked the intersections of
Wincham
Wickham and
and
Jackson.
Jackson. I mean, my point is you have to pay attention to the voice that King will use. And it's the same voice that every terror or horror writer will use. Something apparently innocent. Nothing is actually going on. It will give you time to dive into the scene, to feel as if you were there. You are watching about the rain, you are following the boat. There is a king following the boat. What could go wrong? Well, let's listen. Go ahead, listen.
a small boy in a yellow jacket.
Yes, you said jacket, and it's fine because what do you think a slicker is? A kind of jacket for the rain. It's correct for the rain. And red,
Red and
what do you think galoshes are? Rain boots, boots for the rain, plastic boots for the rain. Okay, we are increasing our vocabulary. How many words have we seen that are not really familiar? How many words? Like five, around five. And it's great. This is something that you will see in every Stephen King's novel. He will always introduce new words. What about the use of language, of grammar? Let's discuss that. So the master himself is helping us with this. He once gave an interview and he wrote 20 rules for writers. The second one, don't use passive voice. Since you are talking, explain us what is a passive voice, please. And he likes to command. He will tell you what to watch. He will tell you what to expect. He will try to build up anticipation before something really bad happens. So that's why he's telling you, don't just be descriptive. Don't stand there and tell people what they are looking. You try to point them in the right direction. What else? Avoid adverbs. I was here when you discussed the subject. That was my first class. So what is an adverb?
one place verb.
Yes. In this case, he closed the door firmly. Look at what Stephen King is telling us. Could you help us out? Could you read, please, the third advice? Okay, is the new GPT that I just created. He's called Stephen Master, and I requested to be familiar with the works of Stephen King, Shelley, Bram Stoker, and H.P. Lovecraft. So he's a horror expert. Every time I ask something from the intelligence, he will answer me in a very poetic prose, something complex with a very outdated retro language, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Let me show you. This and that. I was trying to coach my writing tutor to create this story. This is called prompting in artificial intelligence. Have you heard of prompting?
No.
The prompt is what you write to explain what you want. So the next step is to show you. This is the story that my intelligence wrote for me after explaining it or him what I wanted to do. So I will just let you have the story and check it out. But this image was also created with artificial intelligence. This is the cover of my book. And this was created with Midjourney. Have you heard of Midjourney? It runs on Discord and it's the best system for creating images. It's so outstandingly beautiful. I would never even begin showing you what this can do. Maybe for next session. But I will right now give you two things before we leave. First is this QR code. This is the place where all the material I just showed you is stored. If you want to take a look at my reading, my story, well, it's not mine, it's Stephen Master's story, you can read it here. If you would like to see the images created by Midjourney, it's also here. If you would like to see the presentation, it's right here. Everything is on this QR code. I need you to describe me your opening scene for the next horror blockbuster novel. Tell me, what should I ask Stephen Master? I'm writing a horror story. Could you help me? Take a look at this. I'll just ask for an answer. Look at this. Please help me read. This story is about
Crime.
huh? What?
Crime.
A crime.
Crime. That happened? Please, 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 please. Please, give me a couple of minutes.
Happened in London.
Involving a murder.
Yeah, but tell me something specific about
And a
this.
student.
Involving a student? A high school student.
And then
Whoa, 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 whoa. An exchange,
Take it easy, take it easy.
high
high
school
student
student from Mexico. What else?
and an international chef.
The main suspect was an international chef trying out new recipes.
Yeah.
So, just one last question. Would you find this tool useful for your writing, for studying?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
But would you still read?
yeah.
I'm sure you would.